Hello everyone, Mike here, and I have bad news. I had to return the MacBook Air. So I got the 8-core base model, right? I did sell the 16-inch on eBay, and I knew the guy was going to be a pain, and a few days after he received it, he wanted a return. So I accepted the return. I'm not happy with the process with eBay, but that's a whole different story. So I took the 16-inch back, and I have to say, I mean, the screen and the speakers, overall, it is a much nicer computer, as you would think. But part of the reason that I got rid of it was because I felt like the MacBook Air was going to hold its own. But unfortunately, when you run a lot of Chrome tabs, the MacBook Air didn't actually hold up very well, and it started to freeze and restart. And I was still within the return window with Amazon, so I went ahead and returned the MacBook Air. And then since I had to issue a refund for the MacBook, the 16-inch, I was like, I might as well just keep the 16-inch, because before I would have got $2,000 for the 16-inch, but now I barely got $1,600, and then even the base model MacBook Air is $1,000. So there's not that much of a difference, and I get bigger screen size. I get 8 extra gigabytes of RAM on the base model. I get 512 gigabytes SSD opposed to the 256. So unfortunately, I had to return it, but I would say I would still recommend it. The Mac Mini is still doing very good. That one has been holding up very well, but the MacBook Air with the Apple chip didn't do so good. But I will say, if you get the 16 gigabyte, I think you'll be fine. Because I run a lot of Chrome tabs, so I need that extra 8 gigabytes of RAM. So the Mac Mini actually does have 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it's been doing pretty good. I have a lot of things running, and it hasn't froze at this point. In conclusion, I would recommend the MacBook Air if you get 16 gigabytes of RAM. The storage I don't care much about as far as SSD, because you can always get external storage, but you can't add more RAM on these MacBooks. So I would always suggest getting more RAM. Apple calls it unified memory. But for the MacBook Air, 16 gigabytes unified memory, $1,200. And then if you bump up to the 13-inch with the 16 gigabytes of unified memory, it's $1,500, not including tax. So it's up to you. You might just want to spend a few extra hundred, get that MacBook Pro 13-inch. But overall, there is reports that Apple's going to be releasing new MacBooks in 2021. So if you can hold off, I would just say hold off until those are released, because they'll probably be the same price, and they'll most likely be a lot better, even though these new MacBooks and the Mac Mini are pretty good so far. I want to say, if you got help from this video, found it useful, please consider liking and subscribing and hitting that bell, just in case you want to see videos in the future.